Hey guys, it's Miss Jansen at OSU, and I'm here to show you how to make a hexahexaflexagon today. It works like this. So before we get started, let's talk about some supplies. Okay, so to make a hexahexaflexagon, we're going to need several things. First, a long strip of paper. I glued 2 pieces together for mine. A ruler. Any size will work. A pencil, some scissors, a protractor, markers or crayons or colored paper, whatever you choose to use, and a glue stick. Okay, let's get started. We're gonna start by using this paper that I've glued together, and we're gonna measure off a skinny little strip and then cut it off. So I'm gonna use 4 centimeters as my measure today. The wider you make your strip, the longer your strip will have to be. Okay, now that I've measured across my whole page, I'm going to cut off my strip. Okay, so here's my strip of paper, and now we're ready to measure the end and cut it off. For this, we're going to use our protractor, and we're going to measure a 60-degree angle. We use a 60-degree angle because that's the measure of all the angles in an equilateral triangle. And that's what we're going to be folding today, equilateral triangles. So now that I've measured that, I'm just going to cut it off right on the line we made. Now it's time to fold our triangles. We're going to start with the longer end at the top, and we're going to fold our cut side down to the bottom of our strip, like this. We want it to line up just perfect with this edge, and we want our point of our triangle to be right where our cut edge ends. Okay? Now we have one equilateral triangle. Now we're going to flip and fold down towards the long end like this. We're going to line up what used to be the top edge with the line we just folded. The point of this new triangle has to be the same as the point of that old triangle that we just folded. Just like that. Unfold it, and now we have 2 equilateral triangles. We're going to continue this method all the way to the other end of our strip of paper, or until we have 19 triangles. Okay, now I have 19 triangles, and I darkened the fold so you can see where they begin and end. Okay? So, right here at the end, by our 19th triangle, we're going to cut our strip of paper right off right there. Okay, so now that we have our strip of paper ready to go with all our triangles on it, we can begin coloring our triangles, because each side of our hexahexaflexagon is going to be a different color. It's time for those markers or crayons or strips of paper. If you're going to use strips of paper, you want to cut your triangles just a little bit smaller than your triangles on your strip of paper. So so that it flexagates really well. Okay? So to begin with, we're going to start with the longer edge at the top of our flexagon. So you want the longer edge at the top. And we're going to use 3 colors on this side. I'm going to use purple, pink, and blue. We're going to start with purple, pink, and then blue. You can color yours in solid or make a little design, however you want yours to look when you get finished. So we're going to continue this pattern all the way to the end. Okay, so once you get to the end, you should have one triangle that remains white. I'm going to put an X on this triangle because this triangle is going to be where we glue our flexagon together at the end. So on this side, you should have 6 of each color of triangles. So my purple triangles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's because a hexagon has 6 equilateral triangles in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So now we're going to flip our paper over so that the longer side is on the bottom this time. And on this side, we're going to start with the X. So at the end, these 2 X's will be glued together. And this time, we're going to use 3 new colors. I'm going to use green, orange, and yellow on this side. Our pattern's a little different this time. This time it's going to be green, green, orange, orange, yellow, yellow. And you're going to continue this to the end, and when you get finished you should have 6 individual triangles of each color, or 3 pairs of triangles together. Okay, so this time I still have 6 of each color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're just in pairs. Okay. Now it's time to begin folding. We're going to fold on the second side first, and when you make a fold, it should bring 2 triangles of the same color together. So right here, we're going to fold the green onto the green for our first fold. The next fold is going to be the orange onto the orange, and just let this one go with it. Keep going.
Okay, once you get past your first set of folds, it gets a little bit tricky. So I'm going to come back to the end we started on, and I'm going to fold this pink onto this pink. And that's going to give us 3 purples together. So now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to fold pink onto pink again, and one more time right here. So now on this side we have all blues, except for this X on top. So I'm going to fold that over and trade places with that one. So now we have our 2 X's together, and I'm just going to glue those together. Okay. And now we have a hexagon with 6 blue sides. So to flexagate our hexahexaflexagon, we're going to pick a seam and pinch it closed. And on the other side, we're going to squish it flat so that they form a perpendicular intersection. And then we're going to let it fall open, and there's a new side. You can continue to do this until you find all 6 sides. Sometimes you run into a dead end like this, where it won't open up, and that's normal. Not all sides flexigate. So, congratulations, you just learned how to make a hexahexaflexagon. Happy flexigating!